Alright, we're coming back to try to understand this again. Because we like to go by the book. We are a stickler for the rules on this channel. Create a force for discharge for each target determined by the axis determination chart. We are going to do that. I'm thinking it's not telling me to do it now, but just do it for each one, which is what we were going to do. So that's checkmate, or check. If an op card offensive, and one battle hex has already been designated, all right. So you can use an op card for one battle hex. This one here, when you use an event, you can have all kinds of as many battle hexes as you have units if you want. But that's just it. I want to concentrate my forces. I don't want to give 2 right away. So I don't think he's telling me to get them all right away. It's just telling you create a force on this chart for each target. We will when we do each target. So we're good. All right. We're not going to use this because we're not using an operations card. We're using it as an event card, so that'll negate that. Now it comes down here with this 2-card combination. Let's check that out because he's got it in the rules. It must mean something. Oh, where's that add on there? That's the other Erasmus page. All right, and we will go over here to 2-card combinations. Oh, come on. I should have hold on. My mistake. Bad hostmanship. Right. If you run into a situation where you can't attack a target in objective legally, I guess because you can't have, and you got enough forces or something, you need more input. Then let's try this. Then you can consider taking a 2-card play where you hold the strategy for the same 2 cards. So I'm thinking you hold the strategy would be, an ops or event. Well, no, it wouldn't be it. We hold the strategy for the same 2 cards. What would the strategy be? But anyway, if we get past that, the first card would be used to reposition forces. So we'd use its value to reposition forces. Alright, so I guess it would have to be an op card. It couldn't be an event because you can't use 2 events. So we'd find out the same strategy. So use the first card used to reposition forces and set up the second card to make a legal attack on the highest priority target. I'm thinking it's something along those lines. We don't have to use it now, so we're fine. That's the one thing with all these things that I'm running issues into is it's for future use, because right now I think we're good. When we come back, I don't even know where we're at here. We lost our place. We're getting ready to select forces for the allies and their reaction. Just a little note, we'll be back. Okay then, planning my reaction move, or my intercept. So the situation's gone from surprise to intercept. And like I said, we were using as I stated earlier, we're using the Manila headquarters unit. I am allowed to activate 7 units. 2 for the base and 5 for the logistics value. Now, it was hard to come up with those units. There ain't many units around there. What we were going to activate has got a die next to it. So let's count them out. I get 7 of them. Naval Unit 1. This unit here is going to conduct amphibious assault. So we accordingly moved the amphibious assault used up to 1. Hold on a second. All right. So we were going to amphibious assault the battle hex. What's wrong with that? Amphibious assault restrictions. The path taken by the amphibious assault ground units may not enter or exit a hex that currently contains an opposing naval unit, active or inactive. And look who's parked there. So that takes that away. But we do have an alternate plan. And luckily, within range is the old spot that the Japanese just took over. So we're going to amphibious assault that spot, therefore canceling out what the Japanese just gained, and that definitely helps. There's no unit there or anything, so we're just going to walk in and negate the old Central Force Conquest of Borneo event that helped the Japanese out further, sticking a knife in the side of old Erasmus. All right, well, that is it. We'll count out the units here. I get 7 of them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And here's a naval unit I'll bring on over. They haven't moved yet. 7. So there's my 7 units that I am activating as an intercept force, all within range of my Manila Under Siege headquarters unit. All right, you've seen it in the rules. They're able to trace a path of activation through hexes, battle hexes, and hexes that contain enemy units. So that is, we're up to date. We come back. I guess we'll proceed with the combat. All right, continuing on with Empires of the Sun and our very first turns of the game. My solo play with the bot. Before we go on, I'm making a little note. That Central America game, man, we got done doing it. I sent him the results. He sent me back, good game. We're all sitting around, getting ready for the other one, the next scenario. Hold on a second. And I'm collecting the pieces, cleaning up the table, and I picked up the little sheet that had the scenario rules on there. And I read that one. The one just stood out to me. It says, game turn 3, all units out of supply. Well, that just blew the whole... It didn't blow the game up, but... Like my opponent said when he replied to that, he goes, well, why even have a game turn 3? So I don't know if there was something that could have been done. He asked also if the air units would have been out of supply too. I guess they might have, so that would have been no attacks at all. So yeah, it did make sense. But we went in. It was a nice video if you want to watch it. The only thing is we did it wrong. At the very end, the last turn 3, you couldn't attack. So we went back and looked at it, and I think that gave him, at the end of game turn 2, 3 victory points for a tactical or marginal victory. I'm not sure, one or the other. But it was awful fun. We had a good time with the mechanics. We're moving on. He wants to get out of the basic game and move into the intermediate game. And that might be a while because we're going to be playing this for a little bit. I told him to hold off. We'll be looking at the rules and everything. And it really shouldn't be that too bad. I mean, when I say hold off, it'll probably be only a day or so of delay. But yeah, I wouldn't mind. I'm getting into some Central America for sure. When we come back, we will have to move units that have been activated. I got to look at the rules. We'll be right back. All right, they're moving down this offensive sequence. We're down here to the reaction player attempts to change the offensive intelligence. We did that. Activates and moves units to participate in battles, either declared by the offensive player or recreated by a special reaction. There is no special reaction, but we will move our units. We'll be right back. All right, number 1, the Kent will join the battle from down here. Next will be, we'll have the units that are joining the battle right off the bat. There ain't many of them. There's just another one. It's a ship. Oop. He will be coming in. And I believe that will be it. The only other ones will be infantry units here. He will move 1 space. Oh, yeah, I can. Okay. Or can he? Yeah, I think I've already looked at this. This is connected. It's just hard to see. Let me get this out of the way for you here. Oh. There you go. He's right here. This is all connected. Or can he? That looks like it's in water hacks. We might have to move him back. Only allowed 1 amphibious assault, and we can't amphibious assault in there because there are enemy ships. So that unit right there might not be able to be activated. We'll be right back. All right, here's what's going on. He's got 1 movement point times the ops number, which is 3, which gives him 3 movement points. This is definitely an all-water hex, so he's not moving there, but he is going to move right up here and get ready for the attack next round. So there you go. Oh, hold on a second. So straight down. Activated. This unit here, ground unit, we'll move it to the battle hex. He's activated. Alright, so that's what we got going on. He couldn't get through there because this is all water. He had to go straight up there. He'll get ready for next turn. That'll knock us down some factors, that's for sure. Oh, I don't know if there's anybody else I could have brought in there. I think that's going to be it for units that can enter the battle hex. But we'll find that out for sure here in a second. Yep, that'll be it for the battle hex. That's all the units that'll go there. We have one more unit to move though. That's this unit down here. He's going to be using amphibious assault, and he will move over to this hex right here. Now I have to see if there's an intrinsic value to that hex. There might be, but there you go. He moved up there, amphibious assault. No unit there. It didn't tell me to put any unit there. It just told me to put a control marker. So we got a control marker there. And that will be it for the reaction player activates units participate in battle. Either declared by the offensive player or created by special reaction. Reaction player may play any attack reaction cards. Huh. Alright, I think I will do that. Look and see what we got. Something, any offensive bonuses that apply after reaction. Any attack reaction cards that apply to battles. Resolve all battles. There you go. Checking out some cards. We'll be right back. Alright, well, it's been a while. And we've carried on with the battle. But to carry on from what I left off in my last clip, the allied player had no reaction cards. So, and there's another thing that we did find out. Or we didn't find out. We just knew about. Well, I'm going to try to implement it right here now. Where is all this? Oh, reaction. Card selection, card selection. Event strategy. Here you go. When you get into this, if you have any of these cards, you're supposed to put them in future offensive queue. I guess that's what it is. Future offensive queue. Inter-service rivalry. I have none of these cards in the Japanese deck, but it says others. If no forward or future ops queue, put card in the future ops queue. So I don't have any of these. The best card they got here is this one here on top. Is the Operation MI with its 8 value. So we'll put that. We're gonna go ahead and take this card out. Oh, you know what? That's right. Right. Hold on. I do believe if you put a card into the future operations queue, that takes up your turn. So let me look that up again real quick. I'll be right back. It says here that is the player's action. Takes a card and places face down next to the map. Places blah blah. This is that player's action, and play alternates from player to player. So we can't do that yet. So we're still by the book. I thought maybe we had to do that. We should have done it, and we're going to do it now. But no, you have to take up a turn. So we're glad we didn't want to do that. Old Rasmus don't want to do that. We want to make our attack. Now we did have our little battle here for Manila. And here's the combatants. Alright, now there were combatants. Well, no, I got them all. Well, I'll put it this way. All the Allied air units were eliminated in the battle. Here you go. Here's the stats. Japanese Navy had a total of 77 attack factors. 57 of them were naval, 20 of them were air. That were the Japanese versus the Allies. Allies had 8 naval factors, 20 in the air. So it was a 20-20 battle. But on the Japanese effectiveness die roll, they rolled a good number of 7. None of it could be modified, which equals 1. So it was 77 hits they had to inflict over here. It's a lot of hits. The Allied player, though, interception roll, they got the roll. And the thing of it is, he would have fired first, and then whatever survived could have fired back. But since we intercepted, he fires, and then we fire back. So it was kind of a simultaneous fire. Effectiveness roll of a 9, which meant a critical hit. It was 28 hits that we got with that die roll, and then it's a critical hit, meant so we could have placed all the hits on the Congo. So 14, flip him on over. Another 14 eliminates him. So we were able to eliminate the battleship. And here's my eliminated units. They sunk the U.S. Asia. They got rid of that 7th Air Force. That Far East Air Force, they got rid of them. And this unit here, the 7th Air Force, was already reduced, but he got reduced all the way. And they didn't have enough factors to do anything else with anyone else. Once everybody's eliminated, then we could have went ahead and put some hits on the infantry. But this is what is still in Manila. The Kent was damaged, the Dutch was damaged, and they still got a battleship, the Nagato, and a couple of cruisers. But they will have to seek refuge in a port. We will hold the day. We'll be right back. post-battle. And a Japanese player definitely won the battle. But again, as per this rule here, if there are ground units from only one side in the hex, the side gains, which we won't gain, but we will maintain control of the hex. So the U.S. or Allied side got a couple of good ground units there. The old unit here moved during his movement phase, so there you go. Now I took all those ships and I parked them down there. I think it is Saigon. So they're down there in Saigon. It's got a big old stack. I think the Yamato is there. It's the very bottom battleship, and he's got a hit on him, so he's at reduced strength. So that is post movement. We were done with the battle hex. Up. And we'll be moving everybody correct side. The support hex. Alrighty, we'll be back. Got some housekeeping to do. Alright then. That'll be a good reaction movement by the Allies, definitely. And build up on it, Manila. That's the key. I got my headquarters here, but we got a couple infantry units that are definitely doing a job holding. And because of the Allied air cover, we weren't able to do any amphibious assaults. But one thing you might notice is during that last battle, Allies decimated on air cover. So that mission, I guess, by the Japanese definitely did what it's supposed to do. Wiped out my air cover big time. What are we looking at here then? Alright, so it's a ground unit with a couple of battered ships in Manila. We do have Philippines pretty well nailed with infantry though, so the Japanese players definitely get to bring on some ground forces. Oh, what else we got going on here? Other than that, we've been pounding the heck out of, the Japanese has been pounding the heck out of the Philippines. The first thing we did was reduce all these boys, but they were able to be replaced and come back at this hex and this hex. So we got our work cut out for them. We keep on pounding, but they keep on putting stuff in, putting resources back in. Over here, we did gain a spot with a Japanese card. They used that card to gain that spot, but we used an amphibious assault. Got it back if it was legal. I think everything was legal, unless there's a limit on. It says all the Allied units, so he was legal to go on over there. Oh, what else? That is it. We're going to carry on. I guess it will be the Allied player card turn to be the offensive. So we'll take a look at that. We'll make sure we got all of our administrative stuff done here at the end of the turn. We can check that out real quick. Let's see. Offensive. Oh. Implement attack reaction cards, none of those. Players conduct post movement. We just did that. Conduct all necessary emergency naval movement. There will be none of that. So step 14. Then we'll be going back over here to the regular sequence of play. Hold on a second. Alright, we alternate with our offensive, with our strategy cards until they are gone. So it is the Allied player's first card play. That'll be it, yeah. We haven't played a card yet. We've been just reacting to old Erasmus. But I believe we were through the Erasmus. That was nice. It wasn't too bad. And hold on a second. I'm still suffering the effects of my cold. I feel good, but boy, whew, it lasts in your lungs and congestion. So let me clear my head up real quick. We'll be right back. All right, for the Allied first strategy card play, I'm going to use Operation Stalemate. Use it as an event. Activate any HQ logistical value 6 if it's the U.S. Central PAC headquarters. 4 for all others. I think Central PAC is over here. We'll be activating the Manila Southwest PAC headquarters. So the activation value will be 4. Plus 2 for the headquarters equals 6 activations for the U.S. player, or yeah, for the Allied player. First unit to be activated is right there, little infantry unit. Now we'll be activating more. Oh, so we will go down to 5 activations. There you go. And we'll be back with the rest. Activations remaining 0. And there you go. 1. Oh, I need my markers. 1. Oh, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's my 6 that are being activated. We'll move on to the card play now. I see how it goes. I think it's where I actually move my units, but we might get a reaction. Everything like that. There definitely won't be no battle hexes. I think we're just moving units around as the ally player. And the thing of it is, allies ain't got nothing. You know, you can't do nothing with 2 carriers that really aren't that strong. And yeah, if I don't know about it, old Rasmus, but I'd be making a move on Hawaii. Enter this thing real quick, but I'm not sure how the game plays or if the mechanics allow that. We will getting on with it, and we'll see what goes on after I activate my units. We'll be right back. All right, Dan, we are moving. We've got vanilla maxed out with 3 units in the hex stacking limit, and that is going to be a hard nut to crack. But more importantly, we're moving over around here around Burma, and you can see I'm bringing some units on up. The ones that are turned and the ones that have been activated and moving right now. Now, ideally in this game, to save on your amphibious shipping points, you want this unit here with a naval unit. That'll give you some free movement on that. It's like amphibious assaults without shipping points, but it is what it is right here. We're going to activate these units, see how far we can get them down with this, what is that, railroad transit route. If it's any good, what we can do, but our goal is to get some infantry moved down here along maybe the coast and get ready for what we see coming. Be back.